MLB The Show welcomes you to the city of brotherly love. We're at Citizens Bank Park as we get set to bring you this edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight it's Game 2 of this 3-game series, as it'll be the Florida Marlins taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. And hi again, everybody. Alongside Dave Campbell and the Wonder Dog Rex Hudler, I'm Matt Vasgersian as we get set to bring you the call on what should be a good one here. And Soup, we turn to you first. What are you going to be keeping an eye on most in this one?
Well, one guy that's a given to be involved in the action is Jimmy Rollins. You talk about your complete players. In 2007, he and Curtis Granderson became two of only 4 players in Major League history to record 20 homers, 20 doubles, 20 triples, and 20 stolen bases in the same season. Now that is a great year.
Hanley Ramirez will lead things off and be the shortstop. Following him in the 2-hole is Dan Uggla at second base. Cortez will bat third and do the catching. Josh Willingham is in the cleanup spot at first base. Jeremy Hermida follows him out in right. Jose Castillo is in the 6th hole. He plays third. Cody Ross will follow, having a tough time of late against left-handers, so we'll see how he responds. Cameron Maybin bats 8th and plays center. Anibal Sanchez will be on the mound for the Marlins and back number 9. Fabio Castro will get the call to face these guys. He's one of those pitchers you can't allow to fall into a comfort zone out there, because if he settles down and has success in the early going, it does wonders for his confidence. A look at the Phillies' alignment defensively, highlighted by first-time Gold Glove Award winner Jimmy Rollins out at shortstop. Coming forth is the leadoff hitter Hanley Ramirez, and we are all set to go now from Philadelphia. Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way, and he will reach down to put this one away. Good job of hanging with it there for the first out. So one gone now for Dan Uggla. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Got to look to try and slap that thing the other way.
And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. And an offline throw, but he just does get back to the bag for the putout.
Yeah, that was good wherewithal to know he can get back in time.
Cortez will dig in, and he's been rolling of late, hitting an 8 straight to enter play. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. And a pitch up and in, keeping him honest, 1-1. One and 2.
Love to get another strike here and head for the dugout after a perfect opening half inning.
Now a ball hit on the ground for Rollins at short. Throw onto the big fella Howard at first, and with that, the inning is over. So a relatively routine start for the top of the first here. So now the Phillies offense will see what they can do. No score. Starting lineup for the Phillies will be as follows. Leading things off is the reigning MVP, Jimmy Rollins. He plays shortstop. Then comes Chase Utley. He'll be at second base. Ryan Howard will bat third. He's at first base. Free swinging Pat Burrell is next. He'll be out in left field. Jeff Jenkins is the right fielder hitting fifth. Shane Victorino follows out in center field. Greg Dobbs is next. He's over at third base. Number 13 will be behind the plate and hit eighth. Fabio Castro is on the mound. As you've seen, he will bat ninth. Anibal Sanchez will be on the mound to face them. He's a guy that's got pretty good command of his pitches, but he's got to make sure he doesn't fall in love with the fastball, because guys in the past have had a tendency to sit on it and have success against him. And in the field, Louisville Slugger shows us that the Marlins will align themselves like this. Ready to go now in the home half of inning number 1 as shortstop Jimmy Rollins makes his way toward the box. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. And this will be fouled away. Now the pitch. Misses, ball 2. Hit on the ground towards first. Oh, look at this. Oh, too late on the throw, but that is what you call a major league effort just to make that one close. Chase Utley will step in, working on a nice 5-game hitting streak. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1.
And this guy at the dish has 27 big flies on the year, so he'll need to pitch him carefully.
And this winds up inside for a ball, 2-0 now.
Yeah, you're always looking to keep guys honest with fastballs on the inside part of the plate.
Nobody out, runner on first. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Outside with that delivery, and it's 3-0 now.
It looks to me like he's really worrying about that runner at first.
A ground ball to third, and they could get 2. To Ugla for 1. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out. Ryan Howard will take his cuts now. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
And at the plate, he's just 1 home run shy of 30 dingers on the season, so he might be gunning for it here.
And a big swing by Howard, but he didn't get it, and it's 0-2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Now a swing and a ground ball back up the middle. Ramirez. But they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. So it's a runner at first with 2 gone. And here comes the powerful Pat Burrell. First pitch to him. And that's taken for strike one.
Not a bad idea to work him up and in here with that hard stuff.
Big cut by Burrell here, but he can't come up with it, and it's 0-2 on him. A runner on first with 2 away. There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. And out of here! A 2-run home run for Pat Burrell. 19th home run for him on the season as the Phillies have taken a 2-0 lead.
Well, I thought this thing was going to run out of gas about halfway there, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and it winds up just clearing the wall and left.
Jeff Jenkins will get his first cuts here. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike one anyway.
And this is what he needs to do a little more of. Establish that heater early in the count.
And he lays off for ball one.
Trying to drop one on the corner, but it misses the target.
Fastball not close. It's 2-1 now.
Yeah, pretty good zip, but it's easier for guys to lay off when it starts up like that.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. Dive, but it's just past his outstretched glove for a base hit. Shane Victorino will dig in now. Switch hitter batting left. And that misses for ball one.
And this guy wore the collar yesterday, an 0 for 4 game.
Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll move to inning number 2 here in Philadelphia. The Phillies lead it 2-0. Josh Willingham will dig in, and he's been rolling of late, hitting an 8 straight to enter play. Now here's the first pitch. Good way to start it on the outside corner for strike one.
Good showing for this guy yesterday. 3 knocks in that ball game.
And Willingham watches that one miss, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, and after throwing so few pitches in the first, he might want to vary his locations a bit.
And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
He's taking some chances with that fastball up in the zone. He won't get away with that all night.
Here it comes. And he takes strike 3 cold on the fastball. 1 gone. So the leadoff man retired here, and that'll bring up Jeremy Hermida. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
That fastball's in there at 89. He won't go a whole lot higher than that.
And now he turns on a fastball here and sends it to fairly deep right field. Jenkins is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
Can't ask for a whole lot more to start this game tonight. 5 up, 5 down. He's looking awfully sharp in the early going.
Jose Castillo will get his first shot at it here.
Jose Castillo.
And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
And this guy's coming in off a 2-strikeout performance in yesterday's ball game, so he's not seeing the ball very well.
1-0 on the way. And this is fouled straight back. 2 out, nobody on. And here's a slider for a called strike, and he's behind 1-2 now. And now a pitch on the way. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
Yeah, tough to elevate on a fastball down there. That's a good spot to miss.
And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. And he gets there as he had a lot of ground to cover that time, and the side is retired. Nothing doing here this half. On now to the bottom of the second. Phillies on top, 2-0. Greg Dobbs will start things off in the bottom of the second. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike one. And this one will be out of play off to the left. Here's the pitch. And here's a curveball looked at. Strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning. Number 13 will stand in for the first time here. And a ball 1-0.
A little too much dart on that one. That's not too hard to lay off of.
Swing and a ball lined hard towards short. But the shortstop won't have far to go to haul this one in, and there are 2 away. Fabio Castro will step in now. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. Swing and a liner, but foul. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. Down the line, but this is a foul ball. And a swing and a miss, as all he could do was reach out in vain for that one, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We've played 2 full. Phillies lead this one 2-0. Cody Ross is ready to go here as we begin the third. In there, no balls and a strike.
And he's got that thing moving pretty good here in the first few innings.
And there's ball one.
Boy, I think that umpire just flat missed this one. This should be strike two.
And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. And this is hit high in the air and crossing into foul ground behind third. Dobbs has a tough play, but he ranges back to put it away for the first out. So one away now, and here's Cameron Maybin. And he gets ahead 0-1.
And now when you plant that seed on the first pitch, you can really go anywhere from here.
Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
And it's definitely early, but he's showing no-hit stuff so far.
Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. Back to the fastball, but it's upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Has to fight to stay alive as this is fouled off to the right. Marlins are still on the lookout for their first hit of the ball game. Line softly to the right side, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. And a curveball that time, but it's grounded foul. And he missed with this one up around the noggin. Now it's full.
Oh, and these two guys are locked in a battle now.
The 3-2 pitch. Ball hit out toward Utley at second. Throw on to first takes care of Maybin, and there are 2 away.
I think he might have swung at ball 4 there. You got to show a little more selectivity as a hitter.
Anibal Sanchez will be the batter.
Anibal Sanchez.
Here's the first pitch to him. Here's one hit towards the hole. A flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire the side. So they breeze through this half of the inning. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Phillies lead it 2-0. Jimmy Rollins makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3. Lays off 1-0. Fouled back. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing, hard hit ball to second. Uggla's throw is right there for the first out. So 1 gone here in the Philadelphia third, and making his way in is the second baseman Chase Utley. misses, ball one. Now a fastball popped high in the air over toward the right side of the infield. Under it is Ugla. Oh, and they botch this one as it drops in the infield. And he is in there.
Well, this ball barely makes it out of the infield, yet somehow he winds up hustling into second with a double.
A man at second with one down, and digging in, slugging first baseman Ryan Howard. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, trying to get him to chase out there, but that ball had too much tail on it.
Comes set, now the pitch. And he takes a cold strike one. Breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that. And guys, man, that one caught him flush on the helmet because he looks awfully woozy down there, and I'm not sure he's going to be able to continue. Burrell will try things again. He hit that two-run homer his first time. Here's the first offering. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike one.
Looked low to me, too.
Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1.
And he'll sling that thing across the strike zone, but he can't nip the corner.
And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop.
That ball's foul.
From the belt, the pitch. And that misses, and we're even at 2-2. Swing and a ball hit foul as this will find the seats in right. Now a pickoff play at second. Has to dive, but he's back. Ready with another 2-2. Rolled foul off to the left, so he stays alive.
That ball's foul.
On the ground to second base, this could be two. Ugla is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Throw back to first. Doubles him up, and the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one man left aboard. On now to the top of inning number 4. Philadelphia's on top, 2-0. Jason Worth is up off the bench as he is in as a defensive replacement. Hanley Ramirez will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. Well hit high in the air and deep to center field. Victorino has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. Dan Ugla will stand in. He grounded out his first time. And he lays off a fastball. Looked good, but it's 1-0. And a swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Now the 1-1 pitch. And a foul ball straight back. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2. On a great pitch there as that completely locked him up, and he's down on strikes for the second out. Cortez will stand in. He grounded out his first time. And he takes ball one. Now the 1-0 pitch. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1.
That's foul.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a hard liner toward short, and that'll get down for a 2-out single. Josh Willingham will dig in here. Took a called third strike his first time. And he sends a fastball out to left field and fairly well hit. Burrell is back to the track, though, as he pulls it in, and a sigh of relief as the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Phillies lead this one 2-0. Jeff Jenkins will be the batter. Low for ball 1. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. Called strike, and he's behind 1-2.
Just not going to give him anything good here.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. So 1 gun in the inning for Shane Victorino. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball, 1-0.
Trying to lock him up there with a fastball. That's a good spot to miss.
One and one. Now he runs up and gets this one down. And they will not get Victorino as he's able to beat this one out. So a runner at first with one man gone, and that'll bring in the third baseman, Greg Dobbs. Running is Victorino. Not in time. He's in there at second. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
Yeah, trying to take back control of that inside part of the plate. That's where you want to be.
On the ground towards second. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Little over-anxious that time. He went out of the strike zone to get that one, and it didn't pay off for him.
Number 13 will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he'll take first here on the intentional walk, so make it runners at the corners now with 2 away.
Well, let's see how they approach this next guy now, Matt.
Fabio Castro will try it again, set down on strikes his first time. Grounded foul. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Good chance for him to strand a couple of runners here. Got a few pitches to work with.
He waits. Now the pitch. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. Phillies on top, 2-0. Jeremy Hermida will dig in, 0 for 1 in the ballgame. In there at the knees, strike 1.
And he's been effective all night long with that first pitch curveball.
The pitch. And that misses 1-1.
And that's what that four-seamer will do. It has a tendency to really rise at the end.
Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here.
And after challenging him up with the last fastball, that's a perfect spot for the follow-up, right at the knees.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the 5th. And boy, just one lone hit for the visitors this evening as they've been taken to task by this starter. Jose Castillo will try it again. He flew out his first time. And a curveball in for a strike.
Boy, and good snap to that one as it tumbled right through the zone.
And that's swung on and missed by Castillo as the count moves to 0-2.
Ooh, might be only 23, but he's got poise out there beyond his years.
Ooh, tough to lay off there, but it's called a ball, 1-2. Swinging a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd. Here he comes again, 1-2. And 2-2.
And that's tough to lay back on a changeup in. Good discipline right there.
1 out, nobody on. And this ball is also hit foul and heading for the seats, so we'll have to do it again. Still 2-2. And this is on the ground toward the hole. There to get it is Utley. Throw gets him, 2 down. Cody Ross will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one.
Number 12.
And he gets under this one a bit as this is lifted into center field. Victorino is camped under this one, and that will retire the side. So 5 shutout innings for him thus far. Home half of the 5th coming up. Philadelphia is on top, 2-0. Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in the MVP shortstop, Jimmy Rollins. Curveball just misses apparently, 1-0.
And he's got that thing falling right through the zone here.
Now a swing and a sharp ground ball toward the hole. And a dive, but it's off his glove, and that should go as a base hit. Throw not nearly in time as he reaches it first. Chase Utley will dig in. He doubled his last time. And this is heading out toward left field, but this is going to get fouled up into the crowd.
That ball's foul.
The check on Rollins, now the pitch. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. Good 2-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2. Sanchez coming up on pitch number 71 so far. Another 0-2 coming. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Sometimes when you foul a few 2-strike pitches off, you have a tendency to start swinging at anything. That's a good eye.
Here's a fastball in on the fist, and that'll even things up at 2-2.
And now on 2-2, he might get an off-speed pitch here, so it could be a good count to run on.
Now a ball lined softly here toward the right side, but a foul ball as it holds at 2-2. Sets the 2-2 pitch. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2. And he misses there for ball 4, so runners are at first and second now with nobody out. Jason Worth will take his first cut to the ball game here. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
And these guys have been very patient with that slider away. They have not chased very often.
And this one's down the middle, a ball and a strike.
Man, he's setting it on a tee for you. You got some lumber, use it.
A throw behind the runner at second, but he gets back in time, safe at second base. And this ball runs away for ball 2, 2-1.
And he's got enough in the tank for another inning or two, but he's closing in on 80 pitches now, so that's worth keeping an eye on.
On the ground down the first base line. Step on the bag for one, but they'll only get one as he's in there at second. So it's second and third with one gone now, and that will bring in the powerful left fielder, Pat Burrell. Fouled back.
Foul ball.
And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now.
Foul.
Runners are at second and third with one down. Oh-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now.
And that's a good two-strike pitch there, as now it might be just to set up something away.
And a foul ball straight back. Good patience by Burrell as he hangs in there. 2-2.
Boy, and it's like he has no idea where it's going right now.
The 2-2 coming. And this is hit sharply on the ground toward the hole. And past the diving infielder, that's a base hit. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. A collision, and I believe he hangs on for the out. Oh, did he take a shot? So a runner at first with two away. And digging in the veteran right fielder, Jeff Jenkins. Way late on the fastball for strike one. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1.
Good patience there to stay back and watch that all the way.
And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
And you don't want hitters to fall into that comfort zone up there, so a good idea to run the fastball in that time.
Swinging a ball yanked down the right field line. And this is going to be a fair ball as it'll head to the corner.
He's going to turn on this pitch. Have a look. Pulls it right down the right field line and glides in with a double.
Rick Vandenhurst will slide in now and try and work out of this one. Shane Victorino will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
He'll take himself a quick grave mat if he goes after balls out of the zone like that.
Comes set, now the pitch. And he gets a piece here as this ball's fouled away.
That's a foul ball.
And a swing and a bouncing ball back up the middle. A diving effort there by Ramirez, but he can't quite get there. It's a base hit. And 2 runs are going to score, and just like that, it's now a 5-0 ball game. Greg Dobbs will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch on the way. Now the fastball from Vandenhurk as he gets ahead 0-1.
And now you really need to go to damage control on the mound. Don't make this inning worse than it already is.
Now a throw over, and he just does get his hand back in time. From the belt, kicks and deals. And Dobbs can't come up with that one as he falls into a quick hole here, 0-2. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. Phillies lead this one 5-0. Top of the 6th inning coming up. It's time to check out the Upper Deck in-game box score, and really not a lot to show you for these guys. Just 1 hit through the first 5 innings. Cameron Maven will get things started here in the top of inning number 6. Off the plate and away there, 1 ball, no strikes.
And you'd love these 8 and 9 guys to get something going here before the lineup turns over.
Swing and a ball hit to the left side, and this is going to wind up a souvenir. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1.
And it's pretty clear they've decided to work him up in the zone here as they've gone up with the last 3 pitches.
At the knees for a called strike, and it's back to even at 2-2. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside, 3-2.
He'll leave that one alone.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Scott Podsednik will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 25. Scott.
First pitch fastball swung on and missed, 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. One and 2 now as that's in there at the knees.
Got to bend the knees and go down and get that one.
Now here's the pitch. Grounded foul off to the left, so they'll do it again. Now another pitch is hit foul and headed for the seats, so the count will stay put at 1-2. Swing and a miss, so the pinch hitter is retired.
Well, in a park where the baseball really flies, the reason he's been able to pitch so well is that he's kept the ball down and has not allowed a home run.
Hanley Ramirez will dig in, 0 for 2 thus far. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
And he's really been effective getting ahead with that first pitch curveball all night long.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Now a swing as he shoots this one over to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself. That'll do it for this half of the inning. And that's 6 shutout innings thus far, as he's been very difficult to solve. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. Phillies on top, 5-0. And before the fighting Phils come to the plate, it's time once again to check out the numbers on our in-game box score. Justin Miller will be the new pitcher.
Now pitching for the Marlins, number 32, Justin Miller.
Number 13 will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far. In there for strike 1.
Good late break there. Good pitch to get ahead on.
One and one.
Trying to work him down in the zone. That's just where you need to keep that fastball.
And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2. Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1. Fabio Castro will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. First offering on the way. And he misses inside with that one, ball 1.
And with a shutout going through the first 6 innings, no thought of a pinch hitter here.
1 out, nobody on. One 0 pitch is a splitter in there, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. On the ground to third. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Jimmy Rollins will get another shot now, 2 for 3 in the game. Ball 1.
And sometimes when you're a leadoff hitter, go ahead and take a pitch. Let your pitcher catch his breath for a second.
Swing and a ground ball towards the hole. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 7th inning coming up. The Phillies lead it 5-0. Dan Uggla will lead it off here in the top of inning number 7.
Uggla.
Hit hard towards second. But this will be taken in at second base. Good positioning for the first out. Cortez will dig in. He singled his last time around. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one.
Oh, and he's just had that pitch dancing all night long.
Looked like he lost the handle on a breaking pitch. 1-1. And there's ball 2 now.
And it's obvious they want to make him go down and get something because the last 3 have been down around the knees.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Just does stay alive as this is fouled back. And this ball is also hit foul and heading for the seats, so we'll have to do it again. Still 2-2. He'll fight just to stay alive here as this is fouled away.
Foul ball.
This one sinks low on a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
And they may go right back out there with that fastball.
All right, don't give it to him.
Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. There to get it is Utley. Throw gets him, 2 down. Josh Willingham will stand in. He flew out his last time up. And boy, I don't know about this strike zone. That misses high apparently, and it's 1-0.
And I think he just got a gift call right there to begin the at-bat. That should have been a strike.
Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
Well, he's been hitless in the ball game, so his hitting streak's stuck on 8 so far.
And he watches this one in there for a high strike. 2 out, nobody on. Now a slider misses, and that pushes the count to 3-1.
He's got to find a way to get on any way he can.
Here he comes, 3-1. Now a swing and a sharp ground ball to third. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 7 shutout innings for him thus far as he's really been in control here. Bottom of the 7th now. Get up and stretch here in Philly. Philadelphia is on top, 5-0. Chase Utley will step in now to lead off the home half of the 7th. Now the first pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0. And a high strike there, it's 1-1. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1.
Not a bad spot to miss. He might even go chase it out there.
Now a ball lifted high in the air towards shallow right center field. And he will make the catch on the full run. And there's a dandy of an out to start the inning. Jason Worth will dig in here. Lays off the slider. Don't know quite where that missed, but it's 1-0. And that's just off the corner and low, ball 2. 1 out, nobody on. Swings right over the top of that one. 2-1.
That is such a valuable weapon when you can spot the fastball down there.
And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Two-two pitch on the way. Now a hard liner. Foul. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. So 2 gone in the inning now for Pat Burrell. Pretty well hit deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats, foul. Now here it comes. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. He'll try again, 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Yeah, and when you miss wild like that, it certainly does not help you set up your next pitch.
And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. 8th inning coming up. Phillies on top, 5-0. Jeremy Hermida will get us going now in the top half of the 8th. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Good setup there on the inside part of the plate. If they're smart, they'll keep trying to lock him up in there.
Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. Now the pitch. And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off, 1-2. And a good eye that time by Hermida as the count evens at 2. And he chases one up the ladder there as this is popped up near second base. And he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning. 1 gone here in the 8th as we check our line score to this point. And boy, you can see the story of the game right there in the hit column. Just 1 hit allowed through 7 1/3. He has been awfully tough to solve. Jose Castillo will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. Ball 1.
And he's looking for his first hit of the game to try to push his hitting streak up to 5 games.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Looked like a breaking ball there, but it missed badly. 2-0. And there's ball 3.
And now at 3-0, you can sense his frustration out there on the mound. He thought that was a strike.
Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
And they've got to have runners here, so he won't mind taking the walk.
The 3-1 coming. Line to left. Into a slide as he makes a great basket catch. New pitcher coming into the game now, and it's Flash right-hander Tom Gordon. Cody Ross will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch is a slider called for a strike.
And it's been surprising to me how little of a fight these guys have put up in the late going.
Down and away, ball 1. One and 2 now. Swing and a line drive to left. And that'll fall in front of Burrell for a base hit.
Well, they summoned the righty out of the bullpen to get a favorable matchup, but this time it backfires on him.
Cameron Maben will dig in. 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. And this is on the outside corner for strike 1.
Ooh, and that one pretty much just burns off the outside edge.
And that's a called strike at the letters. Though that looked high from here, it's 0-2 now.
And I think the umps want to get out of here, too.
He's ready now, the pitch. And he won't offer it that. Too high, 1-2.
And if he's confident in that cutter, he'll go up the ladder on him.
And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. And a swing and a ball hit foul heading for the seats, so another foul ball here, and it remains 1-2. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes the count now.
And even with 2 strikes, that's not a tough pitch to lay off there.
And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
And with the count full now, the runner on first should be off with a pitch here.
And he's just going to make him throw as many pitches as he can as he fouls another one away, and it's still full at 3-2. And a little battle brewing here as he fights off the 2-strike pitch and chops it foul. And now this will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. And he struck him out. A 10-pitch battle, but he finally wears him down as the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Phillies lead it 5-0. Jeff Jenkins will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8. And this ball will be chopped foul.
That ball's foul.
Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball. Now the 0-2 pitch to Jenkins. And that's a setup pitch right there, 1-2.
And if you throw enough fastballs in succession, guys are going to time it, so be careful.
They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. Shane Victorino will dig in. He singled and drove home 2 his last time. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. And he misses here. No, called a strike on the inside corner. Wow, it's 0-2 now.
And that strike zone's starting to expand a bit here in the late going.
Now the pitch. Shooting for the outside corner, but he missed it, 1-2. Swing and a liner towards second. In there, a base hit. Greg Dobbs try and turn it around. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts thus far. Now the first pitch. And there's a strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1.
And this is one of the few guys in the lineup that has not joined the hit parade so far.
And he misses with it, 1-1. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now.
And they obviously want to work him away as that's 3 straight on the outside part of the plate.
Running is Victorino. Pitch outside, the throw. Not in time as he steals second. Pickoff move to second, pretty close that time. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. On a ball hit hard down the line toward the coaching box, it's a foul ball. Another 2-2 offering. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
Looked pretty good to me, but he's in danger of losing him now.
Chases one up the ladder as this is hit in the air to left field. And a nice play as he reaches up to grab it on the run for the second out. Number 13 will be the batter. 0 for 2 with a walk thus far. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. and he misses low with it, 2-0.
And you've got the pitcher on deck, so if you lose this guy, it's okay.
And that one's wide to the mark, ball 3. 3-0 pitch. And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
Yeah, and you can see right there, he puts his hands up as if to say, what do I have to do? And then a kick of the grass, so that's a good spot for the catcher to come out and settle this guy down.
And it looks like the call has been made for a pinch hitter as So Taguchi is up off the bench and into the on-deck circle now. And a first pitch slider is right there for strike 1.
Boy, tough pitch right out of the chute in this at-bat.
Ball 1.
He'll try a different arm slot here to see if he can get him to chase.
And this is taken for a ball. Looked pretty good, but it's 2-1 now.
Boy, he's about to lose his mind out there on the mound. Bad time to shrink that strike zone now.
Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left. Swing and a miss, so the pinch hitter is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. 9th inning coming up. Philadelphia is on top, 5-0. Chad Durbin will come in and pitch now. Mike Jacobs is going to pinch hit here to lead off the 9th, and with his club already well down, he'll just need to try and get on base here. And that's going to be a base hit. So a great job off the bench, and he's aboard here to lead off the inning. Hanley Ramirez will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. Here's the first offering. Here's a fastball that swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. Burrell's on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1. Dan Uggla will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. And that misses for ball 1. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1.
Just couldn't recognize changeup out of the pitcher's hand.
One pitch on the way. And a good pitch there as this ball swung on and popped straight up the chute right around home plate. Number 13 looks up and reins it in for out number 2. Cortez will stand in as their last chance now. In there, 0-1. 2 out with the man at first. Pause, now the pitch. And he reaches out to fight this one off as the count moves to 0-2 now. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. And yet another foul ball here as this finds the seats, and the count will remain at 0-2. Ready with another 0-2. Florida, good night.
Well, this one lacked a little bit of excitement here at the end, but all in all, Matt, this one kept our interest throughout.
So a victory here for the Fightin' Phils. And Dave, let's go back and check out our new era cap heads-up play of the game.
Well, Matt, here's what turned out to be the decisive blow, and it came way back in the very first inning. This home run got them going, and they never looked back.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond the call of duty here in this one. He's our upper deck player of the game.
Well, Matt, he started to wear down there a bit at the end, but still 7 2/3 good innings on him. He was the difference in this one.
So that brings us to the conclusion of this one. For my colleagues Dave Campbell and Rex Hudler and all of us here at the show, this is Matt Vasgersian saying thanks for joining us here this evening. Once again, our final score. The Phillies win this one 5-0. This has been a presentation of MLB 08 The Show. For more, log on to MLB08.com. Good night, everybody.